And 10 years ago, there really wasn't much discussion about the environment of Temple and what we all need to do together. That has dramatically changed.
Yeah, we're gonna be a little bit edgy. We're gonna let our citizens participate more and have to own up to a higher level of accountability.
When people come here and they see Temple, they go, wow, we didn't know a community this size had this many recreational alternatives really available.
What we do right here in Temple, I'll tell you what, we're second to nobody.
Welcome to Temple, Texas. Temple is centrally located on the I-35 corridor. Through community support, innovative planning, and strategic partnerships, Temple Parks and Leisure Services has faced economic and geographic challenges to develop a program that is second to none.
I think first of all, we try to follow a business model. I think that's important, having a plan, following a plan, but probably most importantly with your plan, keeping it alive.
The master plan is actually kind of a living entity. We review it, revise it every few years.
That plan is followed by a strategic plan that we have in the department. We update every year, and those guide us tremendously where we go, and I think have led to the community supporting us the way they have.
They've been responsive. They respond well when we survey them. They're eager to let us know what they like, what they don't like, what they'd like to see, new offerings in the park system.
In order to realize our vision, we have to face the economic challenges of today. Funding for Temple Parks and Leisure Services is provided through many sources, including grants, bonds, and corporate and community partnerships.
One of the things that we get feedback on from citizens and visitors to the town is that they really enjoy the trails.
So there's a lot of headway being made in that through some grants available. We have a Department of Energy grant, and year before last we got a Texas Parks and Wildlife grant, which just allowed us to put another mile on the ground.
What I wanted to stress to everybody was that something in this bond program will affect everybody in town.
It's the water park. I'm just amazed at the water park. We go sit under the shade all day while the kids play out and get sunburned.
From what I've seen in the park department, the things that are really successful are those little splash pads. I know the kids love those, especially, I mean, it's 97 degrees right here.
There's so many facilities and so many things that do reach and touch all the citizens of Temple.
And we have a wonderful board of people that are really committed to the success of the parks and the community in general. And we just look for opportunities where we can make a difference.
I really like movies in the parks. I've worked with it for about 4 years. We have so much fun on the grassy hill at Wilson Park.
Hot Summer Sounds is a fun event that we sponsor, that Scott and White Health Plan sponsors each year. And it just brings families together. It's a free concert series.
Whether we talk about working with specific employers on specific projects, whether we talk about actually relative to the parks.
As a matter of fact, I'm president of the Temple Kiwanis Club, and we were very instrumental in donating to a project.
The parks and the development community and economic development are all working as a single entity to make sure that we are on a single page.
It's a whole lot better when a community comes together to do it because there's a sense of true ownership by all of the people that way.
Golf course was managed by an outside management company who ran into financial problems and could no longer continue it. The course was in very rough shape, and it was not a program for juniors, and there was actually no input or no opportunity for the golfers to tell us what they wanted.
To find out some of the things that we can do to improve the course, and then give feedback to the city to say, hey, here's some of the challenges that we face, what can we do to improve that, and getting ideas from us and other golfers who use the course.
We formed a very unique partnership with Nike Golf that not only helped us in our pro shop, but got us jump-started with our junior program.
For many years, Temple College allowed us to use their indoor pool for all of our senior programming, and they were needing their space for additional growth they've had there with the college.
And he then asked that there be a meeting between the city people and the Temple College people. At that time, they secured an extension to the use of the pool.
So with that, we knew we needed to provide the ability for our seniors to, again, program year-round in an indoor pool environment. And through a bond passing with support from our senior population, we were able to open Salmons Park Indoor Pool, which now we can have not only programming for seniors, but programming for youth, teens, swim lessons, pool parties.
Looking around Temple, it's impossible to miss the many new and exciting projects Parks and Leisure Services has introduced in the last few years.
The feedback that we get from our surveys and talking to people, trails is always the #1 issue, and that's something we've been working towards over the last 5 or 6 years.
It's not just trails internal to parks or trails that connect neighborhoods, but more regional trails that actually connect one part of town to the other.
One particular new one that we're all very excited about are some of the new bike and hike trails that connect the main campus of Scott and White up on what we call the Hill with Temple College and the Veterans Administration Hospital.
Well, we do everything we can within our power to promote and follow good environmental and stewardship practices. The tree farm is our nursery for trees. That's another way that we stretch dollars here is we buy small nursery stock, and once they get about 3 years old, we can put them in the parks or put them on street right-of-ways.
Where we're going out and inventorying every tree in all of our parks. We're getting the GPS coordinates, the size, the width of the canopy, the height of the tree. And what we can do then is plug that into a computer program that will allow us to see specifically, scientific data-wise, what trees do for the public.
We've got several areas in the city that we're trying to convert back into a natural state. Our wildflower display area, we've got a wetland area.
Friars Creek is a great natural area in Temple, and it was in danger of being lost due to erosion and other issues. Volunteers were brought in and the city came together and restored it and has added trails so that all citizens can enjoy it.
And now what we have here is a really nice ecological nature area that we use as kind of an outdoor classroom.
We had many requests from local schools to talk to school children, especially the ones here from Ray Allen, and bring students out on tours and talk about ecology and environmental issues.
We try to be as conscious of conservation, preservation, and even the historical and cultural aspects.
Well, I think that the history of Temple is so rich and so beautiful that it's our duty, not really something that we just need to, want to do. It's something that we need to do to make sure that future generations understand where we come from and everybody that had a hand in developing Temple into what it is today.